Hi, welcome to Stamp with Melanie, Mel Stamps. This is Melanie Williams. Today I made a cute card using the Frosted Gingerbread stamp set and the gingerbread dies. You can get this as a bundle at 10% off the regular price if you bought them separate. They are in the Stampin' Up July through December mini catalog right now, 2021. Anyway, I'm going to show you some fun things from the suite, the Frosted Gingerbread suite that's in the catalog. It's got a lot of cute products. First of all, we're using the paper that comes with it also. This paper is so beautiful. I love it. It's got a lot of different designs. It's called Gingerbread and Peppermint paper. You can see you get 48 sheets and there's all these different designs. So very pretty paper. Now I've taken some paper. You can see that these dies, you've got the dies that will cut out the actual image if you wanted to stamp it and cut it out. You can use these dies. Also, these dies will cut out images from the paper. So I have used them. I have cut out some of these images from the paper. See how I just run that through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and cut those images out. And you get perfectly cut images. Anyway, so I've cut those out, so I have a couple of those images I'm going to use in my card today. But the main thing I'm going to show you today is how to use these fun decorative masks. Now these are called, you get the exact name for them, Adorning Design Decorative Masks. You get these masks, you get 3 of them, well 4 of them. We are going to use this one. See, I've already used it to make our design, our sample, but I'm not going to show you that yet. I'm going to show you how to make a fun background with this. Put this on top of our craft paper, 6x6 craft paper. I love the color. It kind of goes with the whole gingerbread theme. And I'm just cut out a piece of the paper. I cut it at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, which is the size of a card front. And I'm just going to show you how you can line this up. You want to line it up so it's going to go straight this way. And I'm going to tape down the mask that's on top. I'm going to tape it to my mat just to hold it still. Make sure it's flat. I'm just using Scotch tape all around it. That's going to hold it in place while I apply our Whisper White craft ink. Now when you purchase this, it is empty. It's an empty stamp pad, and you also get the ink refill to go with it. So I have put some ink on the stamp pad, just of the white, and this is a craft ink, kind of a semi-permanent ink. Goes on a little bit opaque. I'm going to take one of our blending brushes. These are so soft, and it's not really, it is a brush. It's got different hair in there. It's like hair. I don't know if you call it hair or not, but so soft. I want to use it for my makeup, but I don't because it's for my stamping. I'm going to get some of this craft ink on here, and I'm just going to go through and push it down. I'm not going to rub. I'm going to push down, and then the ink doesn't get between the layers. And we're going to get this cute design stenciled in there. You can tell where you've already put it and where you haven't. You just want to keep going row by row. And since these are hairs, they're like going in between in between the design to get a good image. I've used the sponge daubers before for this, but it doesn't, you have to rub, which tends to move the mask. And this is just going to give us a very light background. I'm just going to take that off and you can see that background that we get. See how that is? And it's got varying depth of ink on there. Now once you've done this, you can just rinse this off with some warm water. I went over it with a little toothbrush and some mild dish soap to get that ink off. It doesn't come completely off because it is permanent ink, but it's not going to affect your future use of the template. So after we've done that, what I did was I cut this down just a little. I like to cut it down after because the edges don't always get perfect. So I cut it down to 4 by 5 1/4 so it would fit on a cardstock that's just a regular card base of white, thick cardstock. Another thing I did for my pretty card, which I'm not going to show you yet because I'm going to show you how I did a greeting, where I used the frosted gingerbread stamp set. I used this You're the Icing to my gingerbread. And I'm going to show you how I emboss that right on there. And then I'm trim it out. You get a cute little greeting for your card. So you can stamp it in the Versamark ink. This is a sticky clear ink. And once you stamp in it, it just puts sticky down on the paper. Whoops. And then when you lift it, there's just ink on the paper and it's sticky. So you can take our white embossing powder that's in the catalog, and actually it's a pack that comes with white and black and clear, and I'm using the white. You sprinkle it on, sprinkle the powder on, and then shake the excess off. Everywhere that ink is, the powder will stick. And now you want to get your heat tool and put it on the high setting. There's a low and a high. Put it on the high and just melt that powder. Whenever it's melted, it looks a little wet. There we go, it's starting to melt. You can tell when it's done, when it's all kind of darker and wet. You want to make sure you get it all melted, or the ink will, well, the powder will brush off if the ink dries. So you want to make sure you get that taken care of. And then what I did is just took my paper snips and cut around this. And you'll see on my card how I did that. Once we put the card together, we have this. See, I've cut around that greeting and stuck it on with dimensionals. I've cut these 3 images out of the designer series paper with the die cuts. I've made my background with the what did we call those? The Adorning Designs Decorative Masks. That's what they're called. And then I've used some of this fun ribbon. It's real red and it's ruffled ribbon. And that is just gorgeous. I've used that as an accent behind the cookies. That's what these are. Put these on with Stampin' Dimensionals. Then I've taken these cute little embellishments, Gingerbread and Peppermint acrylic shapes, and I've stuck those on with some liquid glue, just in a few places on the front, just to accent it. And then, if you wanted to, you could stamp these cute little peppermint images on the inside of the card or on the envelope to make those pop there. And then you've got a cute Christmas card or just a card telling somebody that they're the icing to your gingerbread. One of your friends or somebody that you love. Doesn't need to be a Christmas card, but it can be sent in the Christmas season when everybody's making those holiday cookies. Anyway, so I wanted to show you this card today. I hope that you've learned a little bit about what to use those decorative masks for. And If you want to purchase these items, you can go to my shop at mailmailstamps.stampinup.net and you can purchase these products. Join me on Mail Mail Stamps for my next video. Thanks for watching and happy stamping!